You think you know yourself. You think you've mastered your life. You think the story you tell yourself is the real story. But your shadow knows better. It sees the cracks, the silences you cannot explain, the anger you hide, the envy you deny, the shame you bury deep beneath smiles and words. It knows the truth about who you are, not who you pretend to be. And it has been waiting for you to stop running, waiting for you to stop pretending, waiting for you to finally pay attention. It doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't bow to your justifications. It doesn't flinch at your pride. It simply exists. Quietly, persistently, unflinchingly, it waits in the corners of your mind, in the moments you try to escape yourself. And every time you look away, it grows. Every time you deny it, it strengthens. Every time you lie to yourself, it waits, patient and relentless. Carl Jung said that the shadow contains the parts of ourselves we reject, but also the parts that can make us whole. Every fear, every desire, every truth you refuse to face, it is in there. Every fragment you hide from the world, your shadow knows. Every fragment you hide from yourself, your shadow knows. And here is the hardest truth of all. You cannot outrun it. You cannot bargain with it. You cannot put it in a box and lock the lid. It will rise. It will surface. It will confront you in ways you cannot predict, in moments you cannot avoid. The question is not whether it exists. The question is whether you have the courage to face it. The question is whether you will finally see yourself for what you really are. Not the polished version you show the world, not the version you tell yourself is enough. The raw, unfiltered, authentic self. Your shadow knows. It has always known. It does not judge. It does not forgive. It only waits. And when you finally turn to it, when you finally meet it, you will find the truth. Not the truth the world taught you to chase, not the truth you hoped would make life easier, but the truth that can set you free. Because the shadow is not your enemy. It is the map to your own power, the doorway to your own courage, the mirror of your own soul. It knows, and it will not rest until you do. You think you're clever. You think your masks are flawless. You think the walls you've built around your soul are strong enough. But you cannot hide. Not from yourself. Not from the truth that lives in the shadows of your mind. Not from the fire that burns quietly, patiently, beneath the surface of every excuse, every distraction, every attempt to numb yourself. You have run. You have buried your pain. You have ignored the gnawing questions in the middle of the night. You have avoided the parts of yourself that terrify you. You have looked everywhere except where the truth actually is. And still, it follows you. It does not sleep. It does not tire. It waits in silence, gathering strength from every denial, every escape, every lie you tell yourself. Every time you hide, it grows. Every time you pretend, it sharpens. Every time you distract yourself with comfort, it waits, biding its time. Carl Jung said that repression is never quiet. It manifests in ways you cannot control, in ways you cannot predict. You feel it as restlessness, as anger, as dissatisfaction, as an untriggerable sense that something is missing, that something is wrong. This is the shadow calling, the truth demanding attention. You cannot hide forever. The masks will crumble. The walls will crack. The illusions you cling to will shatter. And when they do, you will stand face to face with yourself. Not the image you show the world. Not the story you've been telling yourself. The raw, unfiltered, undeniable truth of who you are. And it will be terrifying. You will feel exposed, vulnerable, weak. But this is necessary. This is the only way forward. Because only when you stop hiding, only when you stop pretending, only when you finally stand in the light of your own shadow, can you begin to reclaim your power. Your fears will no longer control you. Your shame will no longer define you. Your pain will no longer be a secret you bury. You cannot hide forever. And when you finally stop running, you will discover what you are always capable of. It is always there. Quiet. Patient, unyielding. Waiting for the moment you can no longer ignore it. The shadow does not shout. It does not plead. It does not negotiate. It speaks in whispers that rattle your bones, in silences that suffocate, in truths that you have avoided for far too long. Carl Jung said that the shadow contains all that we refuse to acknowledge, all the anger, all the envy, all the fear, all the shame we try to hide. It is not evil. It is not punishment. It is raw. It is real. It is the part of you that has been waiting to be recognized, to be named, to be claimed, and it speaks. Not in words, but in moments. In the gnawing discontent that wakes you at 3 a.m. In the restlessness you feel when nothing else satisfies. In the rage you suppress. In the sorrow you deny. It speaks through the cracks in your life, through the mistakes you cannot explain, through the failures you cannot escape. The shadow does not lie. It shows you what you cannot see. It shows you the truth about your choices, your motives, your fears. It shows you the illusions you've been living under. And when you finally listen, when you finally open yourself to it, you hear something you have never heard before. Yourself. It is terrifying. It is humbling. It is relentless. And yet, it is your greatest teacher. Because the shadow is not your enemy. It is the doorway to your power. It is the mirror that reflects your strength hidden beneath the fear. It is the map that leads to the courage you have buried. But here is the test. You cannot ignore it. You cannot run from it. You cannot soften it with excuse, distractions, or lies. You must meet it. You must hear it. You must face it, fully, unflinchingly, without turning away. And when you do, something begins to shift. The anger becomes clarity. The fear becomes courage. The shame becomes honesty. The parts of yourself you once hid become your allies. The shadow speaks. And if you are brave enough to listen, it will show you the path out of illusion. The path out of denial. The path to the truth you have been avoiding. The truth that can set you free. Every time you turn away, there is a cost. Every time you ignore the whisper, the ache, the restless truth inside, there is a cost. Every time you hide behind comfort, distraction, or illusion, there is a cost. Carl Jung warned us, what we do not bring to consciousness will manifest in our lives as fate. The denial does not disappear. It does not vanish quietly. It grows. It twists. It shapes your choices, your reactions, your life, all in ways you cannot control. The price is subtle at first. A shadow of anxiety, a hollow ache, a gnawing sense that something is missing. Then it escalates. It surfaces in anger you cannot explain. It manifests as fear that holds you back. It erupts in chaos you did not invite. You may think avoidance is safety. You may think distraction is survival. But denial is a thief. It steals your energy. It steals your clarity. It steals your life. Every day you refuse to face it, the shadow grows bolder. It whispers in your failures, screams in your frustrations, and claws at the walls you've built around yourself. And if you continue to ignore it, you will wake one day and realize you have been living someone else's life. You have been walking a path not chosen by you. You have been a prisoner of your own illusions. The cost of denial is high. It is your potential unfulfilled, your courage never tested, your strength never claimed. But here is the hard truth. The price does not have to be permanent. You can choose to pay it now, once and for all. You can face the shadow, acknowledge the truth, and step into the life you were meant to live. Because denial ends when you see. Courage begins when you confront. Power awakens when you refuse to run. The shadow is patient, but it does not wait forever. The cost of ignoring it grows with every day. The longer you deny it, the heavier your life becomes. The longer you avoid it, the further you drift from yourself. Face it now. Face it fully. Face it with fire in your chest and resolve in your bones. Because the price of denial is not just pain. It is a life half-lived, a truth untold, a self abandoned. And you are worth more than that. Pain is not your enemy. It is not a curse. It is not a signal that you are broken. Pain is the truth of your existence pressing against the illusion you live behind. It is the body, the mind, the soul screaming for attention. It is the compass pointing to what you refuse to see. It is the fire lighting the path you have been avoiding. Every wound you carry, every scar, every betrayal, every failure, they are not accidents. They are messages. They are markers, guiding you toward the parts of yourself you have ignored, denied, or feared. And yes, it hurts. It will shake you. It will make you question everything. It will strip away the excuses, the illusions, the comfortable lies you cling to. But this is the gift hidden in the suffering. The pain that wakes you in the night is telling you where to grow. The ache you feel in your chest is showing you where to claim your courage. The fear that whispers you are not enough is pointing to where your strength has been waiting, untapped. Carl Jung understood this. He knew that we cannot confront our shadow, cannot awaken to our full power without facing the discomfort we try to avoid. Pain is not the obstacle. Pain is the doorway. The question is, will you walk through it? Will you allow discomfort to guide you? Or will you turn away and remain in the hollow safety of avoidance? Every great transformation, every leap into power, every awakening begins with pain. Not the kind of pain you can ignore, distract yourself from, or mask with comfort. The kind that stops you, the kind that burns you, the kind that demands your attention. And when you follow it, when you do not shy away, when you let it guide you, you will find yourself. You will find clarity. You will find courage. Pain is your compass, your shadow's voice, your inner fire. Listen, follow, rise. The shadow does not bargain. It does not negotiate. It does not care about excuses, distractions, or delays. It will appear in your life. Quietly at first, a pang of guilt, a flash of anger, a restlessness you cannot shake. And if you continue to ignore it, it will grow louder. It will crash into your thoughts. It will invade your peace. It will expose the cracks you've spent a lifetime hiding. It demands you see it. It demands you acknowledge it. It demands the truth, and it will not stop until you do. Carl Jung said that the shadow is the unseen side of our psyche, the hidden part of ourselves we fear to face. It is the raw, unfiltered essence of who we really are. It is where your power sleeps, waiting for recognition. It is where your courage begins, waiting for confrontation. And here is the hard truth. You cannot escape it. You cannot outrun it. You cannot soften it with distraction, avoidance, or lies. Every denial only strengthens it. Every lie you tell yourself only fuels it. Every fear you suppress only sharpens its voice. But there is hope. There is freedom. Because the shadow is also your guide. It points to the truth you've been hiding from. It shines a light on the strength you have refused to claim. It demands your attention, so you can finally rise. When you stop running, when you stop hiding, when you meet it fully awake, fully aware, the shadow becomes your ally. The darkness becomes your power. The truth becomes your liberation. The shadow demands attention. And the only question is, will you answer? Do not turn away. Do not shrink. Do not plead for comfort. The darkness inside you is not your enemy. It is the raw material of your strength. It is the forge where courage is born. It is the fire that can burn away every lie, every pretense, every fear that has been holding you back. Feel it. Sit with it. Name it. Own it. Every shadow you have tried to hide, every thought you have tried to silence, every part of yourself you have denied. They are not stains. They are not flaws. They are your allies. The darkness is not a void to fear. It is a mirror to face. It is a teacher to listen to. It is a power to claim. When you embrace it, you stop being a victim of your own denial. You stop giving your energy, your time, your life away to fear. You stop letting the world shape you, define you, limit you. This is not easy. It will shake you. It will test you. It will push you to the edge of who you think you are. But on the other side of confrontation, on the other side of fear, on the other side of everything you have been avoiding, you will find yourself, the real you, the fierce, unbroken, undeniable you. Embrace the darkness. Let it speak. Let it guide. Let it ignite the fire that has been waiting, patient and relentless inside you. Because only by embracing what you have feared can you rise above everything that has held you down. This is the moment you stop pretending. This is the moment you shed every mask. This is the moment you stop shrinking to make the world comfortable. You have faced the shadow. You have embraced the darkness. Now it is time to rise. Rise with clarity. Rise with fire. Rise with the full weight of your truth behind every step. Your power has always been there. It was never lost. It was never gone. It was waiting, buried beneath fear, beneath doubt, beneath every false self you wore. And now it is yours, not borrowed, not granted, yours. Do not fear it, do not temper it, do not waste it. The world will try to make you small. Your own mind will whisper that you are not enough. Your body will demand comfort over courage. But you are not here to be small. You are not here to hide. You are here to confront, to claim, to conquer. Step into your power. Command your thoughts. Command your actions. Command your life. Every fear you faced, every shadow you met, every moment you embraced the darkness. It has been building this moment, this fire, this unshakable, undeniable force of you. Stand tall, stand firm, stand unafraid. Because the person you have been running from, the person you have been too afraid to meet, the person who knows the truth about you, that person is ready, and so are you. Rise above the lies you have been told about yourself. Rise above the doubts you have carried like chains around your mind. Rise above the fear that has whispered softly at first, and then with a roar that you are not enough. Rise above the moments that tried to break you, the failures, the betrayals, the setbacks. They were never meant to define you. They were meant to teach you, to forge you, to prepare you for the life you are meant to claim. Do not shrink. Do not apologize for your strength. Do not settle for a life smaller than what your heart knows you are capable of. Every wound you carry is not a weight. It is a lesson. Every scar is not a mark of defeat. It is proof of survival. Every pain you endured is not a punishment. It is fuel. Rise above it all, and let the fire inside you consume the fear, the doubt, and the hesitation. Rise above the voices that tell you to be less. Rise above the shadows that once held you captive. Rise above the part of yourself that wanted to hide. Because when you rise, you do not rise for anyone else. You rise for yourself, for the truth you have faced, for the courage you have claimed, for the life you are refusing to let slip away. Rise with every fiber of your being. Rise with relentless determination. Rise with the knowledge that nothing, no one, and no circumstance can diminish the force of a soul that refuses to bow. And when you rise, the world will feel your presence, the shadows will retreat, the fire you carry will light the path for yourself, and for anyone brave enough to witness it. Rise above it all, not tomorrow, not when it is convenient, now, because the power has always been inside you, and now, at last, you are ready to claim it. Enough waiting, enough hesitation, enough pretending that tomorrow will give you what today refuses to. The shadow has spoken. The darkness has shown its face. The pain you have been running from has carved the path right in front of you. This is not a rehearsal. This is not a dress rehearsal of courage. This is life. Your life. And it will not wait for you to be ready. Every excuse you have made, every fear you have entertained, every time you convinced yourself that it wasn't the right moment, they end now. Now is the moment to rise. Now is the moment to step into your truth. Now is the moment to claim the fire that has been waiting, patient and relentless inside you. Do not look for permission. Do not seek approval. Do not wait for the world to tell you that you are worthy. You are already worthy. You already have what it takes. The only thing standing between you and your life is the courage to take it. Feel the weight of every shadow you have faced. Feel the power of every fear you have survived. Feel the force of your own truth pressing you forward. And step. Step into the life you have denied yourself. Step into the power you have ignored. Step into the world not as a reflection of someone else's expectations, but as the full, raw, unshakable force of who you really are. Do not hesitate. Do not falter. Do not look back. Now is the moment. Now is the fire. Now is your life. And the world will bend before the force of what you choose to be.